Rhythm is life, rhythm is soul. I say let's get it right this time. Let love unfold.
I just was introduced to the Heart Sutra and the phrase in it that emptiness is the body and the body is emptiness, and that has caused a lot of misunderstanding, or people just don't understand. But that's exactly it, though, is that what this is made of is that no thing that you can't. Yeah, it started
sometimes it's referred to as no mind, no matter. No matter, no mind.
Right.
Like that. If you haven't fully got that, ponder it. Just ponder it. Yeah. No mind, no matter, no matter, no mind.
The mind has a really hard time not believing in matter.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
but look, I know, but look, I know it does, yeah? But, you know, given the me and the mind and, you know, it is seemingly living in a dualistic world and so on and so forth, yeah? Let's use what's available in the dualistic world in reference to, you know, is matter solid? Just speak to a physicist.
Right.
Seriously. All they keep finding is space. Yeah. But they're still not focusing on the space. They're just focusing on the smaller little things that they find. There's the acknowledgement that there's space, but what's more important are the tiny little thing. Oh, we found another little thing. All they keep finding actually is space. Space, 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 space. The world around us, from the person's perspective, yeah, appears to be solid and real. Yeah, it really does. Seems to be solid and real. But so too does the mountain or the car that I'm driving in down the mountain in the dream. When the body's asleep on the bed, the body's not driving a car. It's lying there, you know, curled up softly under a doona. We refer to them as doonas. Anyway, yeah, one of those things with lots of feathers in it. Anyway.
Comforter or down.
Well, there you go. See, like.
But actually, in a dream, everything in it is made up of the mind of the dreamer.
Correct. And so is this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So is this. Yeah.
But the mind, any mind, stubbornly, I've known this since 1970 something, but the mind just couldn't not believe it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And that was, it's been frustrating because there was a part that really knew this was true and a part that said can't possibly be true.
Yeah. You know, I wish I could sit with one of these physicists and just spend, I don't know, however long it would take, 2 or 3 days or something, and just have a serious conversation with them about the Big Bang and what was prior to the Big Bang, that they can't understand, that they can't get, because prior to the Big Bang, there's no space, no time. So, and they don't know where to go prior to that. You are prior to the Big Bang. You are prior to the Big Bang. You are. And I'm referring to the one universal you that we all are. It's just one you, yeah, or one I. That is prior.
It's funny, but if you said that to a scientist, they'd say, "I'm sorry, we can't examine that one you. So what the hell are you talking about?"
I'd say, yes, we can. Spend some time with me, and I'd get them.
Yeah, but that's not scientific. They'd say.
True, but if they could fully, with the with the knowledge that they have, and with the formulas that they have, and like that, man, they've constructed a whole another world altogether that none of us could even, unless we're a physicist, even begin to understand. Yeah. If I could get a physicist to wake up, fully wake up, and fully experience that they are, perhaps, perhaps. No, that's still trying to put it into a formula. And
Well, when you talk about, philosophers in the same category, really, in some ways, because, the theory of mind and all that stuff that, dualism and substance dualism and panpsychism and blah, 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 blah. It's the same sort of stuff. Like, you're always going to land with a theory of something.
I know, yeah.
What are you going to do? You're going to be trading theories.
Yeah.
That's so,
yeah.
Yeah.
I just remember my ears pricked up when I heard that there's quite a few physicists out there at the moment that seem to be willing to drop the theories around time and space, drop it altogether, and explore consciousness. And then it started to become aware to me that what they were using to try and define and work out what consciousness was figures again. They're trying to put it into a mathematical formula. And I know you can't. It's just not possible to do that.
Sorry, the problem is they're trying to objectify it. Right?
Yeah.
So the problem with science, I'm an engineer, I've trained in science, and everything is about trying to find an objective way of measuring something. And if you can't measure it, then you can't talk about it.
That's
but
right.
Nobody ever questions the reference point from where you make the measurement.
I know.
Right? And so you just assume that that's solid and substantial, and then you're going to measure from that point. And everything that's taken from there, because otherwise they say you can't make any generalizable claim, because someone else has to be able to take that same measurement, and you're just assuming that the reference point is the same. But how do you know? And that's the one, I think science will never cross that barrier of the fact that there is a reference point, and never actually questioning that in the first place, which is what you're doing here.
Yeah. And look, there's a lot being discovered. So have at it. There's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong. It's all okay. It's all okay. And can we damage space? Can we cut space with a knife? Can we burn space with heat? Can we damage, consciousness and awareness is the same. From the perspective of the mind, the mind will say, I used to know the figure, I can't remember it now, I knew it 18 months ago. There's so many million children starving every year. That's not okay. That's not okay. Yeah. Or, I don't know, 250,000 people got wiped out by the 2004, I think it was, tsunami. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. or I don't know, you know, even when we first stumbled onto this, you know, we believe I'm suffering. I'm suffering. That's why I'm here. That's why I've stumbled into non-duality. I'm really suffering in here. Terry's suffering. I feel alone, isolated. I like to think I had free will, like everyone else seems to have free will, but it doesn't seem to matter what I try and do. It doesn't work out. There's something wrong with me. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. Whatever. There's no one there to get hurt, and there's no one to suffer. There's not. So even the seeming suffering, yeah, that mind will say is happening around the world, it's not actually happening. Because that you actually are can't suffer, you can't kill it, you can't cut it, you can't burn it. There's nothing you can't be harmed at all. But it manifests. Yeah. If we look at human beings, yeah, take everything else out of the equation, right? That you actually are manifests as 8 billion different minds having 8 billion different thoughts all at the same time and experiencing 8 billion different bodies all at the same time and in 8 billion different worlds all at the same time. It's all imagined. None of it's true. None of it's true. It's why it's always referred to as a dream. It is. It's always referred to as a dream. Yeah. And yet, you know, that you are gets to experience the dream. All the content, all the seeming solid things. There's nothing solid about it, but seems to be solid.